Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They want to run it left here. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Thomas looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. It's caught. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Rush is on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, right? I mean, you saw him throw it, a couple plays ago, and you see him take off and run. They've got to do something to kind of put him at least in a little bit of thinking, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of pressure, because right now he's starting to get in the rhythm, and that's not good for this defense.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Logan. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leads it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's not. Under fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. There he goes! And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air, it's not. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Lost a throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Thomas back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out, where are my playmakers? Who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Thomas looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Ncaa. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit, because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's not. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. Unloads it left. Wide out trying to get it in. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, you click it early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Cook. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough for this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Back open in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Thomas back to pass. Release to the back. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. Thomas looking to fire. It's complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the marker is Ncaa. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they closed it going up top for the final few inches and the score. Coming out with it, it's Logan. He's got great speed. They just barely get him stopped, and he almost cruised all the way to the dressing room. A little excitement here to wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Logan. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He'll go out of bounds at the 43-yard line, but a terrific return sets up the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's not. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half, get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
To the ground. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Thomas back to pass. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Clemson.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And wings it incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long and field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's not. Now improvising. Trying to get rid of it. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Oh, they're after him! Just a short pass to the tight end.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep him in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's got an open man. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, Feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Washington went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskies always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Thomas looking to fire. Going for the big play. Makes a grab on the shot. He's loose. The 20. Touchdown, Clemson. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. He'll bring it out. It's Logan. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. LSU right back to the line.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
He might want another play. Dropping back, it's not. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. They want to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down at the 5. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cook. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
And he tacks on the extra point. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Fielded in the end zone, it's Logan. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Back to pass, it's not. Starts to scramble to the left. Fires to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes. And how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Motion from the wide receiver. Thomas back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Looking to throw. Plucks it out of the air. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He stopped right there, short of the 1st down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the 4th. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's not. Bringing the heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the
all kinds of room to the right. The tag. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage? The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. The give to the tailback. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Just drives it between the uprights. And there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Thomas looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Pulls it in down the sideline. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? This defense will try to keep everything in front. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.